Yo, Wagwan people, did you miss me? Probably did. But look, man, my name is KMD and this is Rant Radio, and we are back up in here for the last show of 2017. 2017. What a fucking long year it's been, man. It's been a long year as well. It's been a long, wild, crazy, roller coaster, topsy-turvy, upside down and around kind of a year. It's been that kind of a year. So I thought to myself, what should I do? Like, what should I give my people? What should I give the subscribers and my viewers? For the last show of the year, what should I do for them? Because I'm like, there ain't really nothing to rant about, you know. I'm trying to, for the last, since my live session, I've pretty much just been kicking it, keeping it easy, taking it chilled, like, you know, just keeping it chilled. And yeah, man, December the 25th came around, upheld on serious fucking pounds, pretty much ate a fat ass plate, fell asleep, and then ate another fat ass plate. Either way, I didn't have to wear a belt for about 2 days. But I thought to myself, what can I come in here and do for the last video of the year? So I thought to myself, why don't I recap on some of the things that pissed me the fuck off throughout 2017? Some things that pissed me off in 2017, some things that surprised me in 2017, some things that didn't surprise me in 2017, and some things that truly and utterly annoyed the fuck out of me in 2017. So I thought to myself, let me write some of this shit down, because some of the shit that really pissed me off this year is a lot. I didn't even write all of them down, that's how bad it is. I can't even actually include everything that seriously pissed me off. I only wrote down like substantial ones, like some real shits that I feel matter moving on to next year. Alright, so I wanted to start off with one of the things that annoyed the fuck out of me, which I come to find out actually it happened like around December 2016. So it didn't really start in the new year, well, this year, but it started just going into just when 2017 was about to begin. So switch it up challenge. You know what I'm talking about, the switch it up fucking challenge. I had a video for this ages ago as well, but it wasn't actually a motion video where I'm actually speaking to you guys like I'm speaking to you now. It was just a black screen, and I was at my most profanic. Is profanic a word? I come up with shit, man. So I was at my most profanic during that video. I don't even think I actually said or used any sort of English words. It was just fuck this, shit that, piss this, bitch that, cunt this. You know, it's pretty much just that throughout the whole fucking video. It's about 8 minutes long. The switch it up challenge was one of the most annoying fucking things to ever hit the fucking internet for me. It was. And people actually made this shit viral. Like, people made this shit viral, and dudes were quick. To wear their girlfriend or their wife's mini skirt and boob tube top. Like, dudes were quick. They were so fast and quick to want to wear their girlfriend's mini skirt and boob tube top, matching boob tube top and knee-high boots, and posing a picture and post it on every social media account there is. So it had me thinking about the mind of the people. Again, constantly thinking about the mind of the people and what the internet does to our brains. Like, I truly believe the internet destroys a fucking brain cell in our brain every fucking day. Like, every day a brain cell is lost because of social media. Now, some people are able to go into social media and just use it for what it is. Just go on there, look at some shit, post some shit to get on the nerves of some other soft feeling people, you know, because half of the time that's what I fucking do. Well, I use my Facebook mainly, particularly for that, because Facebook is just pretty much like, it's like an open book to just literally get on everybody's fucking nerves. You can write anything down on Facebook and it's gonna piss somebody off. So that's what I use my Facebook for. It's easy to do. It's easy to do it, and I get a kick out of it. I'm sick like that. What can I say? So the switch up challenge, that pissed me the fuck off. Moving on, Danielle fucking Bregoli, the cash me outside bitch. How about that? To, at one point, everybody thought it was fucking funny. Everybody thought it was entertaining. Everybody thought she was a right laugh. This young white girl on Dr. Phil's show. And also, we're going to get into something about that as well. I'm going to have another video after this one, actually. I've got another video, just a short one about Dr. Umar Johnson, to also, again, show the mind state of the people. All right. But yeah, this Danielle Bregoli on Dr. Phil's show, talking a bunch of crud to Dr. Phil and to her mum. Everybody thought it was fucking funny. It was entertaining. Memes were made by the thousands. Memes were made by the thousands. Memes were flying around. Made her famous as hell. Got her to have her own TV show. To now be a hip-hop artist, dropping her own hip-hop album. Having people ghostwrite her shit, performing songs with other hip-hop artists who many people love today, you know. And I'm just like, this girl has no fucking talent. The fact that she is now a fucking millionaire is because people thought she was funny and she was entertaining. And then now that she's surpassed that funny and entertaining meme level, when she's now a millionaire, the very same people who made her a millionaire are angry and pissed off and annoyed with the fact that she's still here. That they're annoyed and pissed off with the fact that she is still here. But nobody ever sat down and thought, damn, it was my fault. Damn, I shouldn't have shared that shit. Damn, I shouldn't have made that viral. I shouldn't have posted that on my Instagram. I shouldn't have gone on YouTube and made a full 15-minute fucking video about this bitch. Do you know how many YouTube videos I came across? YouTube videos like your DJ Academics, for instance, like, who dedicated their whole channel to following what Danielle Bregoli and her little slut friends are up to. This is the world we live in. Mind state of the people. Next one that kind of got to me again was the death of David Rockefeller. The death of David Rockefeller, that everybody pretty much threw a fucking party. Everybody threw a Peter Pan, chilling with the Native American Indians style party. That's the sort of party people threw around the world, like particularly in America, United States of America, with 3 Ks. Let's not get this shit fucked up. America Incorporated. And a few people here in England. People were loving it. People were over the moon. Yes, David Rockefeller's dead. Now the world can fix itself. This is what the mind state of the people thought. This is what they thought. They thought with the death of David Rockefeller, whether he died or not, because I remember in that video I posted, about David Rockefeller, I also said I wouldn't be surprised if he done a Captain America 2 Winter Soldier type movement where he just basically inputted his own consciousness into a bunch of fucking computers. I wouldn't be fucking surprised, because I know that technology is available today. That shit is fucking available today. So I wouldn't have been surprised, but people were over the fucking moon about David Rockefeller's death. And then 2 days later, the London attack happens. 2 days after, the London attack happens. 22nd of March. Come to find out that the other terrorist attack that happened in, I think it was Belgium last year. Or something like that. Also happened on the 22nd of March. Come to find out that the terrorist attack that happened last year also happened on the 22nd of March. I started to see many shits kind of adding up, like, you know, like certain shits that were just kind of clicking together. And I'm just like, bro, that's a bit weird. What is it with the 22nd? Because then I think something else happened on the 22nd of October this year as well. Can't remember what terrorist attack it was. But I think something happened on the 22nd of October this year also. But yeah, the London attack happened, and then yeah, everyone pretty much kind of just went into the whole sort of critical attack thinking mode. The threat level was raised from severe to critical by Margaret Thatcher. I'm just gonna call her Margaret Thatcher. I'm not gonna fucking weak her. I'm not even gonna correct myself. It's Margaret Thatcher. She raised it from critical to severe, and people were just scared to do anything. People were scared to get on the trains. People were scared to do this. People were scared to do that, which is what the whole plan was in the first place. All right, and then something else that kind of got on my nerves throughout most of this year as well, that had so many people's full attention. The Soulja Boy and Chris Brown fight that never happened. The very same fight that people were so fully invested in, even though you were never going to go all the way out to Las Vegas or Dubai where they said they was going to fight to even see this shit. People were so invested in this shit, and they made hella money from the promotion. They made hella money from it, didn't fight. Didn't fight. I could have been telling people this shit ain't going down. Like, I spoke to two of my boys on Snapchat, because like two of my boys were just going crazy about this shit on Snapchat, and I'm just like, bro, why are you even going to be one of these sort of girls? Like, why are you acting like a girl about this shit? Like, it's not going to fucking happen. What do you mean, fam? Bro, of course they're gonna fight, bro. It's not gonna happen. Just chill. It's not going to fucking happen. And you'd be an asshole if you thought it was. You'd be an asshole if you thought it was. Did the DMX versus George Zimmerman fight ever happen? Did DMX ever punch Zimmerman's lights out? Did he? Like, did he? Did he rip Zimmerman's face off with his bare hands? Did he do that? No. Did he gouge his eyes out, throw his face into the corner and then throw him out onto the street and then wait for a truck to run him over? Did DMX do anything like that to Zimmerman? I don't think he did. But we were fully invested in these shits though anyway. We were fully invested in them. We were just like constantly, this is all we were gossiping about. Soulja Boy and Chris Brown. I didn't give a fuck. I'm just telling you now, I didn't give a fuck. Same way I didn't give a fuck about the whole rompers shit. When the internet was going crazy about the rompers at the time as well, and I just thought, well, dudes have been wearing funny shits for a long time now, so I'm not even surprised with rompers. I'm not surprised. I did a video about it anyway, but I was like, I'm not even really fucking surprised. I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised at all, because a couple months before that, I did the Skepta video as well, which really blew up my channel. And I'm just like, well, why is anybody surprised when any guy wears any sort of dress or anything like that? Man? Like, why is anybody surprised? So when 2018 comes around, don't be surprised if you see more men wearing wedding dresses and gowns and silky night dresses and garter belts and stockings. Don't be surprised. That's all I'm saying, people. Don't be surprised. Something else that really got on my nerves as well this year, the elections. Like, especially all of these new young voters, like these new young voters who have never voted before, never even studied politics before, couldn't even tell you a prime minister from the last two prime ministers, couldn't even tell you those, couldn't even tell you the last two mayors, but all of a sudden they want to be out voting for Labour because of Jeremy Corbyn. Come on, Corbyn, you can give us this £10 an hour, you can do it. Not even realizing that he's being paid by these same corporations, like these very same corporations that he's saying that he's demanding to pay us £10 an hour at least, are paying for his campaign. Like, we don't even see that shit, but we believe this shit. We believe that he's going to do this for students in the uni as well and make education free. We believe this. They've been speaking about this for how long? Ever since I've been able to fucking know what words mean. Like, they've been speaking about this shit, but people believed into this. They fell into the trap again. And like, I posted a video after the election day where everybody was all kind of upset for people that didn't vote. And I'm just like, well, why did you vote anyway? Like, why did you vote? Why did you vote? Most people couldn't even actually give me a reason why they voted other than the fact that somebody was going to give them £10 an hour. I'm like, you got a trade union for that shit. You've got colleagues in the building who you can rally up, to get you this fucking £10 an hour if you really want it. But once again, we give all of our power to just this one person who we believe is up for us. Alright, cool. So yeah, I didn't give a fuck about the elections. We didn't speak about homelessness again. Like, we never speak about homelessness. Like, who gives a fuck about the homeless people? Let's just let them sleep outside. Let's not give a fuck about that. Let's not care about all of the people who's starving out here. Like, let's not talk about that. Let's constantly keep talking about the NHS. Let's constantly keep talking about free education that we're not going to get in a so-called first world country. Like, we're not going to get. Let's just continuously talk about that shit. Mind blown. And then we had the Finsbury Park attack. I remember it happened while I was at work. I was at work during the time as well, and I couldn't believe it. And then at the same time, I could believe it. What I couldn't believe was the fact that it was just some white guy who's going to be driving all the way from fucking Somerset to come all the way over to particularly Finsbury Park to drive some Muslims over outside their mosque. That didn't make sense to me. But people soaked this shit up anyway. Can't remember the dude's name. Has anybody heard from him though? Has anybody heard anything else from this guy? Same thing with Stephen Haddock or Paddock, the Las Vegas shooter. Anybody heard anything else? No, thought so. And then we had the scumbag maneuver of Britain right now, the biggest scumbag maneuver to which nobody still has been caught up or arrested for anything yet. Grenfell Tower. Nothing. And then they have the cheek to basically say, kiss my ass. Like the government basically has the cheek to say, kiss my ass to the residents of Grenfell Tower by giving them a memorial 6 months later, but no justice. Here's a memorial 6 months later. Don't worry about justice though. We're going to get rid of that building soon, don't worry. We're going to drop that building down soon and then build some real good looking apartments that will go from £495,000 upwards. That's what we're going to do. Don't worry about justice. No, don't worry about justice. People still ain't even actually, like, this is my thing as well. It's just like, we've just completely fucking forgotten about it. Like, we've completely fucking forgotten about Grenfell Tower, even though that tower is still standing there, burnt, charred. And then we had something else that kind of annoyed me. Jay-Z's The Story of OJ, to which the black community went crazy on the internet. Like, the black community went crazy with the story of OJ. Jay-Z's The Story of OJ. People have never heard, oh my God, I've never heard so much jewels. I've never heard so much jewels being dropped. And I'm just like I said in the video, like it's like people haven't heard shit from Nas and Lauryn Hill and all of these people, like Marvin Gaye. It's like people didn't hear this shit before. It's like people didn't hear it. And it's like they heard Jay-Z. Everybody was speaking about it virally for about 2-3 days. After they've soaked up the album, they go right back to spending like crazy again. It's the same thing with like the Grenfell Tower, for instance. It's like, you had the Grenfell Tower, people were angry, people were upset, people were furious, and then 2-3 days later, Father's Day drops, and then everybody just forgets and just goes out and spends hella money, giving hella money to the same system that just now showed don't give a fuck about you with this Grenfell Tower. This is what I couldn't understand. Once again, the mind of the people. I couldn't understand it. And then something else that kind of got, not to me, it got to everybody else because I wasn't surprised with this shit. When British Gas came out and said we're going to rise up our energy prices by 12.5%. And British people lost their motherfucking marbles. They lost their marbles. I don't know why. Why are you going to be surprised for? Why are you so surprised? And then we had the brother Rashawn Charles. The death of brother Rashawn Charles in the off-license shop in Hackney by the pussy-o cops, 3Ks. And they tried to lie about the whole shit, saying how he swallowed drugs, and then come to find out the autopsy later, he didn't swallow anything. The fucking cops killed him, the pigs killed him right there and then, and some any have-a-go hero who we still haven't heard about yet. This is what we got. And it wasn't even just with Son Charles, because there's been a couple other brothers, and I feel fucked up for not even remembering their names right now as well. I feel fucked up for not remembering the other brothers' names as well. The amount of brothers who have been stabbed and killed in just the last few months alone has been fucking ridiculous. The acid attacks in the last few months alone have been fucking ridiculous. 2017 has been a stupid motherfucking year. And in all honesty, I'm fucking glad the curtain is closing on this shit. I'm fucking glad the curtain is closing on this shit. And I'm hoping, like, here's hoping that 2018 doesn't bring even more stupidity. But I already fucking know what 2018 is going to bring. I already know. We're going to get our first big meme. We're going to get our first big famous meme that everybody's going to use for like the first month or two. Like Salt Bay or some shit like that again. And then just more dumb shit's going to come out. Then we're going to get another terrorist attack. Probably around March again. And we're just going to get more bullshit. It's just the way the world is. Like, you had the thing, like, for instance, like something else that really pissed me off as well was the whole Kanika Jenkins story as well. To which her mother's now silent. Like, her mother's silent. Kanika Jenkins, her mother's silent. And then assholes did things like the Irene challenge right after it. Like, right after this young girl's death, murder. My black people, again, like, the mindset of my community, like, the mindset of my people felt it was funny and hilarious to do an Irene challenge. Like, this is what I'm saying. So anyway, yeah, but back to the Dr. Phil thing, all right? Because everybody just kind of just like, right, well, his name's Dr. Phil, so he must be a doctor. He might be a doctor. He might have his doctor's degree. You know what I'm saying? But it's like with Dr. Umar Johnson now, apparently he could be losing his credentials because the black community doesn't believe a word he says. They don't believe that they don't believe that he has any degrees in child psychology or anything like that. Me personally, I listen to a lot of what the brother says, and he's a smart brother, and he's helped out many parents with their young children already before as well. He's helped out many parents. And it's just like, when it comes to like black people, we always need to be able to see some sort of degree, some sort of paper that says, yeah, you're allowed to do this. But I always said things like, well, what about your teacher? Who the fuck says that your teacher who's teaching you this course actually knows what the fuck they're teaching you? Have you seen their credentials? How do you know that this teacher who's up in the front teaching you about sociology, for instance, knows anything about sociology? How do you know? How do you know that he wasn't just a PE teacher given this job because they couldn't find a sociology teacher at the time, but they just gave him some textbook shit to read from? How do you know that? I don't know, people, man. Look, man, 2017 has been a bullshit year. It's been a bullshit year. And I'm kind of glad I've been able to see it, and then I'm not glad I've been here to see it, because it's just like, it's just shown me just like how low our frequency has gotten, how stupid we have become, and how much we just really don't care about anything that truly matters anymore. Like, we really don't. So yeah, people, man. This is your boy KMD. This is Rant Radio. I am humbled that you guys have been following me all this year. I am super humbled by that. I am super humbled by the amount of subscribers I've been getting throughout the year. Because I remember I started at like 100 and something this year, and it's gone up by like 200. But you know what I'm saying? So I'm humbled by all of that. I'm humbled by your comments. I'm humbled by your views. I'm humbled by your likes and your dislikes. I'm humbled by it all, people, man. So I'll see you guys again on the other side in 2018, where hopefully shit calms down. This is your boy KMD. This is Rant Radio. Peace.